The stories we have about ourselves are incredibly important, and they are the reasons why we feel so fucking stuck. Betty Crocker, who cut you off in the Albertsons parking lot, is not why you feel stuck. Your husband who puts his dirty jeans next to the laundry is not why you feel stuck. Your boss not giving you that shift is not why you feel stuck. The crumbs on the counter is not why you feel stuck. Who am I, some fucking trained philosopher on TikTok? I'm gonna tell you why you feel stuck or not? No, I'm really just a human who has lived a whole life of feeling stuck, and I've lived a whole life of thinking that it's my circumstances, right? If I could have everything my way, or if this thing out here could go exactly in this way, I would be okay and I would not be stuck anymore. But here's the thing, it's never the circumstances, because life continuously happens and we have absolutely zero control of how it happens. But you know what we do have control over? Our thoughts, our storylines, what we think about ourselves and how we relate to those circumstances completely controls and dictates how we show up. I had a story about myself that was called I have OCD. I'm an obsessive compulsive person, and I can look back at my whole life and use my past to make that true, right? I could look at my substance abuse, the way I like order, how I keep my space, what triggers me, and being an obsessive compulsive person was true, and that was how I related to myself. But what made that true to the human was my circumstances, right? I would have never been obsessive and compulsive had I not grew up the way I did, or had that person not made that mess, or so on and so forth, right? I'm always putting my own personal agency in the shit that's happening around me. And I was constantly feeling stuck because things out here weren't going my way. And I never stopped to think that I was the only person that could do something about it. Why? Because I'm the only person that can choose to stop engaging with certain thoughts, and I'm the only person that can create certain thoughts. So then I got present to being OCD was a story that I made up so that I could survive life. And in a moment, I actually have a choice about how I think about a mess or how I think about disorder, right? So I started practicing when I would come home and I would see a mess. Instead of believing in the story that I have OCD and that I have to do something about it, I started choosing to think like homes are made for living and it's okay that this is happening and it doesn't mean anything about me. And suddenly, I have created a whole new storyline about who I am and how I experience life, right? So it's never my circumstances. It's never the things happening outside of me. If I choose how I think and the stories that I tell, I literally create my life.